What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another explosive edition of WrestleMania. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking aspects of the WWE universe, wrestlers who were secretly fired. You won't believe some of the names on this list. These releases weren't announced with a big fanfare or on social media. No, these superstars were axed behind the scenes, with little to no warning to fans or even the rest of the locker room. We've got 10 jaw-dropping stories coming your way, so let's get started with our countdown. Number 10, Lana. First up, we kick things off with Lana, the former ravishing Russian. This one might have surprised a lot of people. Lana, who had been one of the most prominent female figures in WWE for years, was quietly released in June 2021, leaving fans wondering what exactly happened behind the scenes. She was a huge part of Rusev's storyline, and later had her own impressive run as a singles competitor. But after an underwhelming run in 2020 and constant shifts in creative plans, WWE quietly let her go. No big announcement, no huge exit storyline, just a quiet release. Fans were shocked, especially since her husband, Miro, formerly Rusev, had already made waves in AEW. The timing only added to the speculation that there was more to the story than met the eye. Number 9, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. At number 9, we have the twisted mind of Bray Wyatt, the man behind the Fiend character. One of the most creative and unpredictable wrestlers to ever grace the WWE ring, Bray Wyatt's sudden release in 2021 left fans reeling. His departure came without much warning, especially after a bizarre storyline with Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton. After a stellar 2019, which saw the creation of The Fiend, Wyatt's character took a backseat during 2020 and 2021. The creative differences between him and WWE were rumored to be one of the reasons for his shocking release. The Firefly Funhouse character and the Fiend gimmick had captivated fans, so the fact that his exit was so underwhelming came as a huge surprise. The online community was flooded with shock and conspiracy theories, but we may never know the full story behind his departure. Number 8, Andrade. Next on the list at number 8 is Andrade, the former NXT champion who had a brief but memorable stint in WWE. After being released from his contract in March 2021, many fans were left scratching their heads. Andrade was a huge talent, both in the ring and on the mic, and had a major push in NXT as the top heel. But after his main roster debut, he seemed to be underutilized, especially after his storyline with Zelina Vega ended. His lack of meaningful storylines and matches eventually led to his release, which WWE kept very quiet. Even though Andrade requested his release, the manner in which it was handled was bizarre, with no real fanfare or explanation. His exit came just after a big push in NXT, leaving fans wondering what went wrong. Number 7, Aleister Black. Coming in at number 7, we have Aleister Black, another wrestler whose release shocked the WWE universe. After months of bizarre and cryptic vignettes building up his return to WWE TV, Black's release in June 2021 left fans bewildered. His character had immense potential, and fans had been waiting for his return, but instead, he was quietly let go. The reason? WWE reportedly wanted to move in a different direction creatively, but Black's sudden departure, right after a supposed big push, didn't make sense to many. Rumors suggested that there were creative frustrations with his character, which ultimately led to his release. This one hit hard, especially after the excitement surrounding his return from a lengthy absence. Number 6, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona. At number 6, we have Zack Ryder, a wrestler who was surprisingly released in April 2020 after over a decade with WWE. Fans had been rallying behind Ryder for years, and his passionate following on social media helped keep him in the spotlight. Yet, despite his connection with the fans, Ryder was often relegated to lower card status and had his fair share of underwhelming storylines. However, when WWE dropped the bombshell that they were releasing him, many fans felt it was long overdue. After his departure, Ryder quickly found success in other promotions, proving that he was more than capable of thriving outside of WWE. His departure was quiet, leaving many wondering why WWE let him go after he had been a loyal soldier for so long. Number 5, Rusev, Miro. Halfway through our countdown, we arrive at Rusev, the Bulgarian brute who was another surprise release in 2020. Rusev was one of the most beloved characters in WWE, with his Rusev Day gimmick taking the internet by storm. His release was a big shock to fans, especially after his feud with Bobby Lashley and Lana. His surprising exit raised a lot of questions. Was it a result of creative disagreements? Or was WWE simply moving in a new direction? Whatever the reason, Rusev's sudden disappearance shocked the WWE world. After his release, Rusev quickly reinvented himself as Miro in AEW, where he's thrived, showing the world just how much he had to offer. His WWE release was the perfect example of how WWE let one of its most entertaining characters slip through their fingers. Number 4, Braun Strowman. At number 4, we've got the big man himself, Braun Strowman. Released in June 2021, Braun's departure was absolutely shocking, especially after he had just been involved in a Universal title match against Roman Reigns. As one of the most dominant figures in WWE's modern era, it was hard to fathom why WWE would let him go. Braun had been a consistent presence on TV, with moments that fans will never forget, including his incredible battles against Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Despite the huge build around his character, WWE quietly pulled the plug, leaving fans and even other superstars questioning the decision. Was it due to salary concerns? Or did WWE just feel that his time had passed? Either way, Braun's release was one of the most jaw-dropping exits in recent history. Number 3, EC3. At number 3, we have the man who promised, "Control your narrative," EC3. EC3 was let go by WWE in 2020, despite having a solid NXT career and a promising main roster debut. However, EC3's character was never really given the chance to flourish on the main roster. He was often sidelined in meaningless storylines, which led to his eventual release. The shocking part? He was let go without any big announcement, and WWE didn't even seem to make a big deal out of it. Many fans believed EC3 had the potential to be a main event player, but WWE never saw him as more than a mid-card act. His departure left fans wondering if he was simply a victim of poor booking. Number 2, Kurt Angle. At number 2, we have the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Angle's release in 2020 caught many by surprise, as he had only recently returned to WWE as a Hall of Famer. After being used sparingly in WWE for several years, Angle was unexpectedly cut loose from the company. Many believed he had more to offer either as a trainer, a manager, or even as a potential authority figure on TV. The decision was made quickly and quietly, with little explanation, leaving fans to speculate about what went wrong. Was it age? Was it creative differences? Whatever the reason, Kurt Angle's sudden release was a huge shock to the WWE universe. Number 1, Chris Jericho. And coming in at number 1 is none other than the legend Chris Jericho. Now, hold on, before you think this is a mistake, let's break it down. Jericho's departure from WWE in 2018 wasn't exactly a firing, but it was handled in such a way that left fans stunned. After a career full of accolades and main event matches, Jericho left WWE on his own terms. However, the way his exit was executed, without any major announcement, storyline, or hype, left a cloud of secrecy hanging over it. Jericho's exit was the culmination of several backstage issues, and many believe that he was quietly phased out by the company. Since his departure, Jericho has thrived in AEW, cementing his legacy outside of WWE. His sudden departure, and the subsequent rise of AEW, marked a turning point in the wrestling world, making Jericho's exit all the more monumental. And there you have it, folks. 10 WWE wrestlers who were secretly fired, leaving us all in disbelief. Whether it was a quiet release, a lack of creative direction, or personal reasons, these superstars' exits rocked the wrestling world. Who do you think got the rawest deal? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking WWE stories right here on WrestleMania. Until next time, keep watching, and keep wrestling.